Having previously taken a look at the FreeVision Vilta-M, a direct competitor for the DJI Osmo Mobile, providing good stabilization for video or image capture using your smartphone, here we have a version dedicated to the GoPro action camera, conveniently named the Vilta-G. With a large array of action camera stabilizers on the market already, the FreeVision Vilta-G needs to do something special to differentiate itself from the competition. And just like the mobile version, there's not really much in the way of box contents. Inside we find a hard shell case, albeit covered with a high quality finish, securely holding the gimbal unit itself as well as a shoulder strap and a USB charging cable. Fortunately, things do get better. Upon initial inspection, the quality is actually really good. Just as we saw with the Vilta-M, we have that typical 3-motor gimbal design at the top, attached to the hand grip below. Nothing out of the ordinary there, but the quality is really impressive. The super comfortable hand grip was a good selling point for the mobile version, and I'm pleased to see the same design here. Bulky with rubberized sections for added gripability, making it feel very comfortable in the hand thanks to its ergonomic design. At the bottom we find the typical wrist strap along with a metal 1/4" 20 thread for connecting to poles or tripods, useful with the unit's built-in time-lapse features. Since the hand grip is identical to the Vilta-M, there's nothing new to see here. The controls are conveniently placed by the user's thumb, with a trigger used to cycle between different gimbal modes on the opposite side. On the right side we find a micro USB port used alongside the included cable to charge the built-in 2000 mAh lithium battery. Unfortunately, this cannot be swapped with any spares, although if the mobile version was anything to go by, the battery does last for days, so there shouldn't be any issues here. One final switch on the front of the unit, which was glued in place and did nothing on the mobile version, is now used here to unlock the panning axis for the gimbal just above. And talking of the gimbal, we find the 3 gimbal motors stabilizing the tilt, roll and pan axis, all locked in place, very similar in style to the DJI Osmo. A little tactile twist releases them from their storage state. These connect to the camera bracket, where a screw can be loosened to release a GoPro Hero 3 and Hero 4 adapter, whereas a Hero 5 or 6 camera can slide straight in without the adapter at all, and be locked into place via the top thumb screw. A neat little design that's quick and easy to use, providing unrestricted access to the camera's shutter and power buttons. Notice the connectors on the inside of the mounting bracket too. These can be used with an optional accessory to connect and charge your camera once in place. A neat little touch. With that said, a 3-second press of the power button powers up the gimbal, and after a short gimbal calibration dance it's ready for use, stabilizing across all 3 axes. No problems there at all. The motors feel silky smooth and practically silent in operation too. From here it's a matter of using the trigger button to switch between different shooting modes, which in turn lock and unlock different axes depending upon your shooting style and the scenario itself, with the joystick being used to make fine-tuned adjustments. All pretty standard stuff. The Vilta-G has an added trick up its sleeve too, by setting the camera to detect a new smart remote and can be paired with the hand grip, meaning the shutter button can now be used to control the camera's shutter. A short press takes an image, while a 2-second press starts and stops video capture, making the entire gimbal much easier to use single-handed. That being said, when hand-holding the unit, just like the mobile version, this design is seriously comfortable. The ergonomically designed hand grip is great, making using the device even for longer periods an absolute pleasure. The surprises don't end there either. Not only do we have a rosette mount on one side providing compatibility with DJI's range of mounting accessories, by pressing a button on one side we can release the main gimbal from the hand grip altogether. Now not only do we have a 3.5-inch metal tripod mount at the bottom, but with a quick flick we have complete compatibility with the GoPro mounting ecosystem. Bear in mind though that the mount section only contains a 350 mAh battery, so you won't get a ton of shooting time. As a result, you'll still want to keep that handle close by to top it up when need be. Of course, the GoPro camera has an accompanying app, but FreeVision's own app connects to the GoPro as well as the gimbal itself in order to manage most basic features of the GoPro camera as well as control the gimbal, including changing gimbal modes and characteristics. Unfortunately though, I had a rather frustrating time trying to connect the gimbal, then the camera to the app, and I have to admit after several attempts I just gave up. On the plus side though, performance-wise, it's actually quite solid. Like other handheld stabilizers, it can't do much about the up and down motion as you walk or run, you'd need a proper Steadicam for that, but it still manages to iron out a lot to give it really smooth footage. You'll still need to put some time into practicing and thinking about how you want your shots to look in order to get really good results, but once mastered, you'll easily be able to pull off some really impressive projects. It's the same when mounted. The flexibility with either that tripod mount or compatibility with the GoPro mounting ecosystem certainly makes a huge difference to the smoothness of the video being captured. Nevertheless, there were no performance issues at all throughout testing. It all works wonderfully well, whether mounted or with that super comfortable hand grip. As it stands, FreeVision have given us a really good gimbal unit here. It performs well, it's comfortable with good battery life, it's even flexible enough to break away and provide the versatility to mount the gimbal to other objects or to your person. At $250 though, it's not the cheapest gimbal out there. The Vilta-G G5 is a great contender as well as being cheaper, but if you're after mountability as well as a handheld design, along with remote operation thrown in, then the FreeVision Vilta-G is certainly a good place to start.